Alright, so I finally got time to talk about this new SSR Select Recruit banner with these three Fukurodani characters. And now the whole Fukurodani Team squad is fully available and you can go for the school bond. But before anything, I gotta say, this is like a simple and easy skip banner in my opinion, unless you want to go Fukurodani Team and use the school bond. But then again, the school bond isn't like the best in the game, and you can have better school bonds with your like two main Fukurodani characters, Akaashi and Bokuto. So if you have Bokuto and Akaashi, or just Bokuto with like Oikawa, then you might want to think to go with Fukurodani Team. But then that's something that we're gonna discuss later if that's the wisest choice or not. But then here with these three characters, so we have the Libero, Komi. It's like a simple Libero, like he does receive, and if it's not bad, will reduce the opponent's team morale. So we all know Fukurodani Team is based on team morale, but he's not going to increase the team morale of your team, but will reduce the opponent's team morale. So it might be good against like Fukurodani opponents. And his memory is actually going to increase the team morale, but you can equip the memory on any other Libero, right? And again, spoiler alert, same as the previous SSR banner, the memories are way better than the characters themselves, and we're going to talk about them in a bit. So this is going to be like a simple save and increases basic stats for one turn, and it's not that much. This one is going to be a receive, and again a receive, so pretty simple Libero. And the skill res, the second one actually with two dupes is okay, because your size players gain 3% power attack up to 5 times, so 15% when doing the ultimate. But then again, you can definitely skip him. And about the other character, so Konoha as an OP. So this is a weird position because we have OP Yoshijima as the UR character, and also UR Osamu is just coming in like a few days. So basically you want to go with the UR characters, and he's not like the best OP even as an SSR. I mean, Kentaro is better, even Daichi is better than him. But in general, he's like as an OP character, he doesn't mainly attack. He's like a defensive and a receiver one, like a Libero, because increases receive over here, and again increases receive and save. And in team morale awakening, this one it's a save, a passive save. And then over here, this is actually a good one, because when he's in the front row, increases your front row's block by 8% and power or quick attack by 8% again. So it's going to buff up your whole team, basically like the front row. And then when he's in the back row, he's going to increase the receive and save. So like the third skill is actually really good, but then he needs to be in the game as an OP. And you know, you have to sacrifice your other OP characters just to use him. And then the ultimate is an ultimate receive, like a Libero, like a freaking Libero. His ultimate is a receive one, it's not an attacking one. If you want to use him with Bokuto, then when Bokuto is in the down mode, you want to have other players to attack, and then you'll be one player down to do the attack with the OP. While on the other hand, if you have like an attacking OP like any other one, then you can, you know, use the ultimate so that the down mode of Bokuto will be gone, unless you have like Akaashi, obviously. So this is going to be receive, and if it's not bad, increases your team morale by 20. So this is the way that he increases the team morale. Now skill res 2 again is really good, because increases when the receive isn't bad, your size next setter gains 10% set and 8% awareness. So this is definitely good for Akaashi himself, because you want to have a crit set with Akaashi, and when you have a crit set with Akaashi, your next spike is definitely going to be a crit. It's a guaranteed crit. So you can do that with Bokuto, and when you do a crit spike with Bokuto with his ultimate, then you'll gain team morale, like additional team morale for yourself. That's why like this chain of reaction and this combo is super useful, and this is actually a really good second like skill res for Konoha if you want to use him with Akaashi and Bokuto. And then as a middle blocker, Washio, we have him over here, increases block stat, and then buffs up your next receive. Again, if the block result isn't bad, increases his block more, and then has a quick attack like any other MB players. And then when an opponent performs a crit, he will have 2% increase on block and quick attack up to 5 times. So that's good. He's going to buff up himself, and the ultimate is a block. Like 220 is just normal block, as an ultimate. And then skill res again, so this is how he's going to increase the team morale with skill res 2. When he's on the court, whenever you score, increases team morale by 10. And then when your side scores while in team morale awakening, he's going to have his own block buffed up to 3 times and by 5%, so that's like 15%. So yeah, in total you can skip all of them as I said, but if you want to go for Fukurodani Team, like get these two, like the NB Washio and also OP Konoha, unless you want to obviously use your other OPs. I mean, as an MB you can get him, you can easily replace the MBs, but as an OP, I mean, we have UR Yoshijima and UR Osamu is just coming up, so you just have to make your choices. And maybe you can just have a Libero instead of the OP Konoha, because we don't have any UR Liberos at the moment. We only have Nishinoya, Yaku and Yamagata, and we're gonna get the Inarizaki team's Libero Akagi later on, and he's going to be way better. So yeah, a pretty skippable banner, but if you want to go for Fukurodani Team, so this would be useful. Now let's just talk about the memories. So as I said, the memories are way better because they're universal. So the Libero memory for Komi is going to increase receive and save by 8%, so the two main things for your Libero. And then when the equiper performs a receive or save that isn't bad, your side gains 10 morale. That's why I said like he can do it with his memory, and you can equip this memory on any other character, so this is going to buff up your whole team. I mean, his receive and save will increase like in any, if you put this on any of your Liberos, it's going to be really good because receive and save are the main stats for your Liberos. And then you can gain 10 morale points, so that way you can get easier to the morale awakening and then buff up your whole team. Also, your side next power spike will get 6% buffed up. So I mean, this isn't much, especially when you compare it to Yaku, which is 16% for quick attack, and also this golden Libero one, which is 12% power attack, so it's only 6%. But in general, the 10 points for team morale could be useful. That's why a pretty universal memory as a Libero. The OP one is not that good because we'll increase basic stats, okay, that's fine, like all these 6. And then the equiper gains additional reflex. Reflex is a defending thing, so it's like a crit rate for defense, equal to 10% of your team morale. And then while in team morale awakening, the equiper's reflex further increases by 4%. So again, as an OP character, let's say you have Yoshijima, obviously you want to have his own memory, and he's an attacking OP. You don't want like a defensive memory on him. You can also have like the Kantaro's memory. This is also good because it's going to increase power type player's strength by 6%, like all of your characters, whoever has a power type. What's Daichi? Daichi also increases receive, but then gets this greet effect that will increase the power spike again. And then over here, this one for Sasaya Takehito, he also increases power attack and block for himself, and your side is behind, increases equiper's power spike again. So it's a more attacking, we have more like better attacking memories for OP, and this one is mainly good maybe for himself because like the type of defending OP that he has, but then not the best option. On the other hand, we have this amazing middle blocker memory for Washio. So this is like the best universal, kind of like one of the best universal SSR memories for the middle blocker position. It will increase the block by 12% when the equiper, this is like the best part, when the equiper blocks and the opponent performs a crit spike, this block is guaranteed to be crit. This is insane. So whenever the opponent does a crit and you're blocking that crit, obviously you're going to use your middle blocker to do the block. Your block will definitely be a crit. So that's great. And then if the block result isn't bad, the equiper's block stat will increase by 3%. So like 9% over here plus this, like that's 21%. And if you can dupe this out, this will be 24 and 15. So in total it's 39% block. Right, let's just say like first level, like no dupe, so that's like 20% buff for the block, and then you're gonna have a guaranteed crit buff when your opponent is doing a crit spike. This is great, like this is insane. One of the best universal SSR middle blocker memories, and make sure you get this. I mean, skip everything else, but just have this for your middle blockers. I mean, if you compare it to other ones, Aone is also a great one. If you have this, this is super useful as well. Tsukishima too, but then it's kind of like conditional, because the opponent needs to have like a debuff so that you'll have this increased block for himself, and that'll be like 26%. And then Tendo is also okay, like block 14%, and then when you do a crit, reduces block ultimate, so you can do back-to-back blocks. So make sure you check out this memory, like the middle blocker one. If based on like your other memories, if you don't have good middle blockers, you can go for this, and for Libero as well, if you don't have others, you can go for this one as well. So those are like the memories in total. Now let's just quickly talk about the team. I mean, if you're summoning for this banner, obviously you want to go for Fukurodani Team, right? And I would say this isn't like the best team buff. It's like one of the worst team buffs for Fukurodani. Like increases team morale by 20, that's it, right? Compared to other school buffs. But anyway, still, if you want to go for this team, obviously you do whatever you want. You can either go this, or like we only have like 5 members, right? So you want to go 4 of these squad over here. So if you have like another OP, let's say Ushijima, or even like Kentaro as an attacking one, then you'll go with these 4. Or no, if you don't have any of those and you want to go Konoha, then you replace the Libero with Nishinoya, and then Wing Spiker you can go for Tanaka, so that they'll get that increased buff, like the increased team morale as well. Or even Goshiki, if you have him, then he will also have the increased team morale. You can get Akagi later on as the best SSR Libero, or even if you have Yamagata now. So yeah, something like this. Like this will be obviously your team squad for Fukurodani, with like one of them staying out and like having 4 of them. And even if you don't have Akaashi, if you're using Oikawa, then you're forced to go all 4 of them just to get the team squad. But then again, the team squad isn't the best one, and I'm just gonna remind you guys about the best build for Bokuto if you want to go for him. So you either have Akaashi or Oikawa as the setter, and then you'll just go Shira Torizawa team. Because with Shira team squad, you'll get the school bond that is effective for Bokuto and Akaashi. So I'll just put like 4 of these, 4 Shira team squad, and then you can see here increases awareness and strength of all players. So you want awareness for Akaashi to do a crit set, and then by doing a crit set, you'll guarantee to do a crit spike with Bokuto, and then with that you'll increase your team morale even more. And even if you don't have Akaashi, if you have like Oikawa, he's going to also increase the awareness with the attack tempo, and then there's like higher chance to do a crit with Bokuto. And then with this buff as well, that will increase the chance to get the crit with the ultimate of Bokuto to increase your team morale as well. And yeah, that's all. I mean, I hope this video was helpful. Again, as I said, you can skip all of the characters unless you want to go for Fukurodani Team. Like, that's your choice, obviously. And if you want to go for Fukurodani Team, obviously, we only have like these characters. So you want to choose 4 of them in total. And we had like 2. So you will have to summon like 2 out of 3 in this banner. And if you want to go, just go with these 2. That's my opinion, Konoha and Washio, unless you have Ushijima over here and you want to go something like this. So you need Akaashi over here, like the 4th member. So instead of Konoha, you'll get like these 4 with Ushijima. But the players aside, make sure you get the memories. The 2 good ones are the Libero memory, and also especially actually the middle blocker memory. So these are like, these 2 are the universal memories that we have, and useful for any other like character that you got, and that way you can kind of like get the most out of this summoning banner. And yeah, that's all. Let me know down in the comment section what are your thoughts, and if you're going for like any of these characters, any team comms, and like the reason that you have behind it, and what you're looking for in the future as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next time, have fun and stay tuned.